So the SEEK People and Purpose Award, what inspired us to organize this event? This is the second year that we're doing this. If you look at the name of the event, the SEEK People as well as Purpose. On the purpose side, what we intend to achieve is to celebrate employers out there who champion workplace values, who champion authentic employer branding, as well as purpose-led leadership. And by doing so, employees will feel a lot more motivated, they feel valued, and they feel inspired. So we did this to recognize purpose-led leaders in the organization. Now, a purpose is only meaningful when we've got the right people to deliver and design on that purpose. So what we have done here as well is to celebrate HR practitioners out there who are passionate in building the workplace for the future, in shaping the businesses of the future. So if you look at the categories that we have 3 in total. The first one is top voted employers. And this is what we are trying to recognize is best employers for every sector. And the scoring is based on Malaysians who are working and their top biggest best employer. So that's the first one. The second award that we have is the SEEK People and Purpose Recognition Award. So what it does is it looks at employers out there who has posted an ad with us and has garnered the highest number of candidate engagement. And this is then voted by, technically, candidates from Jobstreet by SEEK. The third category is a submission base. And for us, what we're trying to do is identify HR practitioners or employers out there who embrace workplace values. The scoring of that is judged by 16 esteemed senior HR leaders across the industry. And how does this then tie in with SEEK's values? For us, we are big on ensuring that when you hire somebody, it's not just based on salary. We hire somebody to build a workplace for the future. The success of a company is not just based on the business ambition, it's also based on what kind of culture we've built, what kind of culture they have built and they have advertised for themselves. And things like employer branding, for example. So what we are trying to do is identify and recognize employers out there who are investing for the future, building their employer brand, and as well as shaping the future of workforce. We have been embarking on the AI journey for many years now. And what we do out of this is to, one, drive efficiency, second, remove biasness. And by doing so, AI has enabled a lot more fair hiring practices and encouraged a lot more diversity and inclusiveness in the HR network. Now, what AI does is it helps with efficiency, but it doesn't replace human decision making. And it's important that we train our HR practitioners out there to know how to use AI to their best abilities. AI is only as good as how you know how to prompt it. And the future of talent acquisition is going to be focused less on administrative tasks, but more on human connections to facilitate better decision making.
Into a leading tech company investing in technology to create innovative products.
About 2 years ago, we decided to unify our platforms. So what that means is across the 8 geographies that we operate in, we all use a single platform. Now what that has unlocked is instead of doing a product release 3 times because we have 3 brands under the SEEK umbrella, we do it 1 time now. So instead of releasing 3 products a year, we are now doing 3 products a month. That's the velocity of product releases that we are now unleashing. Now, what we're trying to solve for is how do we hire smarter and more efficiently in this process? That cuts across smarter search. How do we ensure that the right ads get surfaced to the right candidates? Vice versa. We're going to do a lot more on AI to ensure that we make this process a lot more efficient and remove bias or preference hiring as much as possible. Ever since we unified our platforms, we have integrated more than 200 data scientists across our region to ensure that we build a more efficient platform and promote fair hiring practices. For us at SEEK, what we have invested in is understanding how candidates and their preferences are evolving with time. So we've released what we call a talent attraction lab, covering 33,000 candidates across APAC. And what that enables our employers to do is identify ways to retain a talent beyond salary. So salary is still the biggest. It's still the biggest driver of most candidates today. But once upon a time, that gap versus the next biggest driver was a lot bigger. Right now, what we are noticing is things like work-life balance, flexible working arrangements, career development opportunities have really risen in ranks, and they are very much neck to neck with salary. And it's things like that that will help drive retention for our employers out there. This event has already grown from what it was last year. We've doubled the amount of submissions, we increased the number of awards, we even grown the number of participations. We want to be bolder and bigger next year to recognise HR practitioners ideally across the Malaysia footprint or even bigger, maybe Southeast Asia. That is the plan, and the idea is to go bigger and bolder.
Yeah!